Good morning. My name is Khalid Attiya. I'm actually the Business Development Director in the Middle East, Huawei Technology. I'm actually listening to Paul and all his slides, and first of all, I'm glad that the IBM got this 100 years milestone, so this is very good. And the other good news, at least for us and the company, is that Huawei is like only 23 years old company. But the good news is like we are sharing most of the vision and ideas that IBM are leading in this area. So I think this is good for us. I was going to start like almost the same, which is why Intelligent City. We have a lot of common ideas on addressing the requirements of the environment and so on. But I'm going to try to give it a little spin on the infrastructure and how can we, as Huawei, help a little bit and maybe convey some of the messages and ideas that we are sharing with other countries and cities. Again, same concept is like urban and people moving into urban and just like overutilizing the existing utilities and estimation that we have right now. We can see that almost 4.9 billion are just like moving. It is really growing on the, I would say, not the wrong direction, but the direction that is really going to take a lot of consumptions, impacting the environment, which I think we start seeing that right now everywhere. Global warming is real. Of course, the energy shortage is like a reality right now. Oil and gas prices, power consumptions, the dependency that we are having right now on all these equipments that is really consuming all the resources. And then I think the traffic jam that Paul mentioned was like a typical example. I've been going around in the Middle East, and I think we have the same issues, like whether it's in Riyadh or in Dubai or in Abu Dhabi. I think maybe here in Doha it's a little bit easier, but it is a major issue that is impacting the quality of our life. And then the crime rate, terrorism, like crime rates, all these things are another point that we have to consider when we talk about a smart city. So basically what we are doing is like moving from just like gathering places to urban, to bigger cities, and then hopefully to smarter cities. What does this mean? People are just like getting years and years back basic needs to currently what we have right now on trying to consume, trying to enjoy your life, have a healthier life, and hopefully moving to the smart city where you really want to enjoy this life but with no impact on others or the environment, and hopefully your kids and kids will have a brighter future. So coming from this aspect, what we are looking at is like the smart city is crucial to our life. It's not like a luxury city that we're going to enjoy all these equipments, but really it is a gathering that we all going to be sharing for a better future. Some of the challenges that some places have already started with smart cities is that how I'm going to build this smart city. What will be the issues that I should consider? I see a lot of initiatives here and there, but the real challenge is like people are coming up with ideas. Companies are just like introducing new systems without really complying to a standard. So I think unifying the standard will really help us a lot. Coming from the telco background, we've already went through iterations of new ideas, and in some cases, companies and service providers are just like introducing service without even considering a standard, which is really hurting us a lot. So hopefully what we are trying to do here is like learn from our experience. The redundancy of the constructions. Companies coming on a place, they're just like building their own IT, they are building their own recycling, not really sharing strategy or infrastructures. So it's a duplication and waste of money and energy and resources that could be better utilized if we really have a mechanism or methodology that we really follow. And then the operational mode. either a company or a government or institutes are really adapting some operational modes that might be good, might be still in a trial phase. But again, the unification of all these will definitely help us. So the idea here that we are trying to promote is like, what will be a better way of constructing and building a smarter city that we will enjoy and just like maintain the sustainability of the city. And this is like an overview of the whole idea. I think the happy life will be the most important things. I want to be healthy. I want to be happy. I want to really have convenient, whether this is in my life, the way that I'm enjoying it. And then security will be another aspect of individuals looking at it. So security in terms of driving, having a safe place, or even processing. Right now, hackers online are just hitting all of us. So it is the secure environment physically and logically and on the cyberspace. Government playing, especially in the region here, government still impacting our life. We have to go through a lot of government institutes for doing everything, whether a driving license, a visa, or like applying for a service or so on. So the improvement of the governments, whether in the e-government or other automations, will definitely help us have a better life and contribute heavily to the smarter city. And then, of course, the green. Green industry means like green IT, less consumptions, the smart utilization of the energy that we have, and then coming up with new ideas for the energy resources. So it's all contributing to a smarter city. It's not only the infrastructure, it's the way that we are thinking of how we're gonna build this city. This is like looking at it from the perspective of, I'm starting with the e-government, where we have all those major components and the pack applications. And then on top of it, you're gonna have like the command center. And command center could be like just to make sure that everything is really flowing and synchronized, or even respond to emergency in terms of like maybe a fire, disaster, and so on. And other component that will be contributing, like the traffic intelligence way of managing the traffic using the cameras and all the other equipments. And like building management will be also a part of the solution. And then on individuals, the e-health solutions where people can have a much better service. I do believe that health is a major issue in the Middle East, and how can we contribute to make our life easier and just like have a better service is one of the things. And on all of that, it's the infrastructures, it's the equipment and the intelligence that we are building into this. So basically, with all of that, how are we going to do that? Like any individuals, whether users or a government or enterprise, they are looking for a better life. They are looking for a way of saving themselves the time and the money and the efforts. And how the smart city will help them bring in this by just like providing a better flow, an automated process, like manage all the buildings and equipment that you have, and then make sense of the informations and processing it intelligently. So the vision of the e-city is like basically improve the efficiency. The green environments is like a very important aspect that we are all looking at right now. And then encourage the economy by having like new ideas, new systems, better way of doing things. This is all will just like be a way of like encouraging more economy, especially internationally, to come into that. And then enhance the social development of the whole life. In order for us to do that, I'm coming up with this overview framework of the network. Again, coming from a telecom background, what we are really needing here is the systems that we've talked about earlier, but also the infrastructure. Not all the cities having the luxury like Qatar or Doha, where it's relatively new. There are a lot of cities that are very, very old. They are really having a major challenge to replace or introduce new, like either fiber or cables and things. So how to intelligently be able to utilize the existing resource, come up with like creative ideas that you can just introduce so that you just like enhance the life of the residents. And then put all this together into the 3 areas where the platform layers, the network, the IT, and all the machine-to-machines. I believe right now we almost have a new interface every other day about machine-to-machine equipments. Like, and how can I use this to enhance the process and overview and overall process and flow of the data. And then on top of it, the application layers. Application layers will be a building management or a command center or even monitoring a flow of traffic or identifying or tracking someone who's really running away from a police and so on. You're going to need the existing infrastructure that has to be done on a phased environment so that multiple phases. Things are not going to be always easy. So coming up with like a new city somewhere, maybe people will just think, you know what, laying down all the infrastructures and then once I have my buildings up and running, everything is okay, but it's bigger than that. We have to link all these buildings together and have the gateway to the outside world and then integrate that intelligently to improve the quality. From Huawei perspective, we are actually addressing this from client management and then the cloud. Now, the cloud concept is everywhere right now. It's in the resources that you are using, whether it's like your hardwares, but also it's going beyond that in terms of like managing. You want to centralize the application that you are using to manage more buildings. You want to extensively just like have this pool of resources that will be used as needed and then back to the pool that will emphasize more of like a better utilization of the energy, of the interfaces, and then all these things can be done on an intelligent way to optimize the resource utilization that you have and hopefully just like save the environment. That's about it of my presentations. Again, we do have a lot of demos in our booth here, so we'd like to invite all of you just like to visit us, and we can discuss more in the specifics. Thank you.